Hi, I'm Robin, and we're going to go over some of the stuff I learned in my philosophy class with Dallas Hulsey. And around the second day of lecture, he came in and he said, "What is everything? Everything's what?" And I didn't quite understand what he was talking about. And we got deeper into it, and we started talking about some philosophers and some of the branches of philosophy. And by asking that question, we started talking about Thales. Now, Thales was the first philosopher, the first scientist to the Western world. He introduced the idea that everything is made of water. Everything from the toys the kids play with, the chairs we sit in, the food we eat, everything's water. I don't believe that everything is water. However, I do believe water has a lot to do with, how we live and how we grow things. And I mean, yes, we have towels, and towels were made from cotton. Cotton was grown and it took water to grow the cotton. But I don't believe just because it took water to contribute to the growth of the cotton to make the towel that the towel is actually made of water. And Thales had a student named Anaximander who challenged him and said, I think that that reality is too unlimited and too indeterminate to say it's just water. I must agree with Anaximander. There's too much out there for everything to just be narrowed down to one substance, to water. I don't agree with Thales' theory that everything is water. So from Thales we went to Pythagoras. And according to Pythagoras, everything is a mathematical equation. He believed that knowledge was only available through mathematics. Everything we did had to be based on some mathematical equation. I, once again, do not believe in this theory. I mean, somewhat yes. I mean, our house is a mathematical equation. He came up with the Pythagorean theory that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. I mean, there are some things that do require mathematical equations, but what about love? What is love? That was one of the questions asked. How do we express love? I don't believe love can be expressed in a mathematical equation. I mean, it can barely be truly expressed with words you know? Therefore, I do not believe that Pythagoras' theory on numbers is going to explain everything and that that's what life is a bunch of numbers. I just don't agree with it. And so from Pythagoras, we go on to Heraclitus. Now, Heraclitus believed that you couldn't step into the same river twice, that everything was just change, change, change. And I believe that not everything has changed. However, I don't think anything stays the same. Eventually, over time, things change, people change, we grow older, we get wrinkled, we get gray hair, trees get bigger as they grow, and eventually everything dies. And that's a huge change. So, yes, everything's changing, but at the same time, not everything's changing either. The sun still comes up in the east, it sets in the west. The world is still spinning on an axis. That hasn't changed. The planets are still rotating in the universe. That hasn't changed. There's a lot of things in life that I've experienced in my lifetime that's just not changing. So is everything truly change? Yes and no. I mean, to me, that's kind of a double-edged sword there. But it comes back to the question, what is everything? And something I've learned in philosophy this year is that to question everything and don't expect a solid answer. Not everything can be explained with a solid answer. And that is what I got out of it. Question everything, but don't expect a solid answer in return. It's definitely allowed me to become more open-minded on how I view things now. And even though I'm majoring in psychology, I believe that me being able to question what is everything is actually going to help me further in my major. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed the video.